Tempest is currently on pole. Miss Brilliant's been beaten by 100th of a second.
Let me know when you see it.
So, I'm gonna go for Tempest.
Oh, sorry, so far, but good evening to everybody. Don't know if you can see anything yet, but hopefully we will be up and running. You're joined tonight by both myself, XRL Roberts, once again for the F5000 division, and Christopher Moss as my sidekick in crime. How are we doing, Chris?
Oh, you know what, Roberts? I am absolutely fine.
Everything's good. Chris is happy. He's got a point in his from his race last night. Everybody's happy. Yeah, just a quick message. Well, inform people. For those who don't know about Jules Bianchi, and as I was actually informed by Chris, he has recovered from his coma and he's awake, which is fantastic news. Sorry, Chris.
And he's also, not only that, but he's also breathing unaided.
It is indeed, yeah. So fantastic news to hear, and hopefully we all wish him more of a speedy recovery and that he can, get back up on his feet, which will obviously be the next thing. Well, apologies for the delayed start. I was just trying to sort something out, see if I can improve anything, and we actually only have 7 minutes of qualifying left, so I will retire on track now and give you a quick rundown before we get out onto the track. So currently on pole position is Temper 3D with a 37.5, closely followed by Miss Brilliant, who's also done a 37.5. We then find Jolly Pop, the last runner, in the 37, at 37.8. Then we have Craig Senna, Mini Ninja, Giles, and a new reserve driver coming in tonight, Alex Ham, who's actually done a good job so far. P7 with a 38.2. We then find Originals 38.3. Eyes the best in P9. XRT Hunt in P10. Then you find Drakefire in 11th, Delta 12th, Crazy Runner 13th, and XRL Killers on a 156 in P14. I think you can go a little bit quicker than that, but as I said, well, we've now got 6 minutes of qualifying left, so let's get out onto the track and get some action. Oh, I've got the glitch again with the timing screens. Chris, have you got the same issue?
Yeah. Well, currently on board Miss Brilliant. She's going around turn 4. Got car out of the way for her, so now going around turn 5. Currently in P2, only by 100th of a second, as you did say. Now going around 6. Everybody seems to be taking that really unsteadily. It's like as if they're running automatic gears. However, Miss Brilliant now going around turn 8. Ooh, she just got away with that. A lot of wheel spin coming off the rears. Now we head down to turn 9, the little hairpin. Can catch a lot of drivers out with traction here, and she did very well to get out of that. Apparently she's 32 seconds into her lap as she goes into the middle sector, and now goes around turn 11. We've now got the quick left-hander. Again, people get caught out here by going extremely wide on the exit. And then we've got the double right-hander before we have the long DRS straight. And again, traction seems to be a problem here for the McLaren. And now she has DRS open. She doesn't have KERS because none of the drivers has KERS. So we're now heading down to the final corner. We've got 5 minutes of quali left. All the drivers will be wanting to get that one extra lap in to make things happen. DRS open again. She heads towards the line.
Well,
and she's done a
whatever lap she did, it clearly wasn't an improvement as such, but never mind, Chris. You did a good effort there. You did a really good effort. Craig said is P4 on an out lap. We have 4.5 minutes to go. Guys, if you want to get your messages in, obviously you can send them on the Twitch box chat itself, or get them into myself at XRL Roberts, or to hold back and whatever numbers that Chris has. But yes, I'm board with Giles now, currently P6 in the Mercedes, doing a really good job. He did a strange result last week out in Melbourne, so hopefully he can have a better result this week. His quality pace seems to be good. DRS flap opens. He's at a 110, so clearly this is going to be pole, but no, it's not. Yes, doesn't improve.
And he doesn't improve. Oh, and Rocky 1998 has sent you a message.
Well, Alex, I'm getting cramp in my arm. Oh, for Pete's sake. You told me it once before we came on air.
Exactly. But yeah, guys, if you didn't know, right, on I think it was last night, I had my race in F4. Obviously, I got 10th place, so I got the single point. And I had huge cramp before the race, and XRL Bobbers was taking the mick. So
Yeah, but unlike you,
no
Chris, like you did
sympathy with
last
the fact
night,
that
you
he's
made
got
a
cramp in his
complete
arm.
and utter whinge about it, and you were screaming like a child.
It's because it's that painful. I
Ask
literally
me if I give a
to
damn.
literally just fucking collapse when I have cramp. It gets that bad.
Yeah, but I just get
Yes,
over
because
it.
you're
That's the
complaining that
thing,
you've got
right?
cramp.
Back to the action and away from cramp. Alex Ham actually at 8 seconds as he's actually starting the middle sector. So I think, Chris, what we can keep an eye on here is that the first sector seems to doesn't pick up the times, but from then onwards it seems to it does. So, you know, what we're probably looking for, middle sector, you're looking around about the 40-second mark. Actually, is it 40? No, 30-second mark. Probably about mid-30s actually, because he does delay it a little bit. And then you're probably looking at about a 1 minute and... 10, yeah, something like that. So anything around that time is probably what we're going to be looking for. As I'm still coming back with Alex Ham reserving for us tonight, and he's still in P7, so a good job so far from him. He's come through the penultimate corner. I tell you what, that was as sweet as a nut through that penultimate corner. Yes, I did say as sweet as a nut, but it was a really good trek for him. It gets really good traction. DRS open, coming to the final corner now. Gets the car stopped well, doesn't really get too much wheel spin, but drifts a little bit wide actually. Could have compromised it slightly, but coming down towards the final pit straight now, does he improve? No, he doesn't. Not that I could tell.
Well, I'm on board with XRL. I'm on board with F1 Originals at the minute. He's just gone through the first sector. He's currently 10 seconds into his lap, and he seems to be lagging quite a lot. He goes from 160 to 190 back down to 170. So a bit of lag from F1 Originals, who was leading out in Australia before he lagged out with 5 laps remaining. Bit of poor luck for him. Hopefully he can get a bit of better luck here in this 50% race. Also, weather update for the race, 0% rain. And yeah, well,
yes, we all love a boring dry race at Malaysia. It seems like we've had it a bit too much this week, which is a little surprising. As I'm on board with XRT Hunt, crossed the line first last week in Melbourne, but because of penalties he did lose a few positions. But he did show a good pace. But at the moment he's currently on the back row of the grid, P13. Only XR and Draco Fire is currently slower than him at the moment. He's got the DRS. He's coming into the final corner now. It looks like an improvement, but a bit tentative on the throttle there as he comes through the final corner. Coming across the start finish line now, is it an improvement? And it isn't.
Well, F1 Originals does go across the line, does improve by 0.5 of a second and goes up to P5. Last week's actual race winner, who did claim the 25 points after the stewards report, is Mini Ninja, and he's in 6th place. 138.1, and he's about 0.6 of a second behind pole position at the minute. He also claimed pole out in Australia.
So it's the best, did a bit of a corner cut there through the right-hander at turn 11. He comes now in towards turn 13, I think it is, or 14, I can't quite remember. But he doesn't really use all the track, gets too much wheel spin. Guys, he's currently in P9. Not really sure if this is much an improvement. He's at 38.4. At the moment, he's behind his teammate actually, who is covering in tonight, so he needs to step up his game. Decent traction out the final corner, DRS flat rope him immediately. Is this an improvement for Eyes the Best? It isn't.
Well, Min Ninja's got one guy ahead of him, but it doesn't look like he's going to affect his lap. Currently going around the second to last corner. Now DRS open in the Force India. And he's just got that long wait now to get to the final corner. He still can see the car turns in front of him, so he knows where to go. He now turns in. Seems to have better traction than what Miss Brilliant had earlier in qualifying. And now he comes across the line, and he does a 38.0.
Well, Alex Ham's actually been demoted to P8. He's on a 38.2, so he's still ahead of Eyes the Best and will remain there. It's a case of if he's going to improve on this final run, he will be the last car to cross the finish line to complete his lap. Don't know if anybody else has improved in front of him. I'm not quite sure. I don't think so. So I'll stay on with Alex Ham. Drifts a little wide into the final corner. That probably cost him maybe a 10th or so by drifting out wide. But he's coming across the start finish line. Is this an improvement? And it wasn't. So, there we go. So no real improvements actually in that last run, unfortunately. But here's the pole. Temper 3D claims pole position by 13 thousandths ahead of Miss Brilliant in the end. Jolly Pop remains third. Craig Senna fourth. We then have F1 Originals fifth. Mini Ninja, last week's winner, only P6. We've got Giles 7th, Alex Ham 8th, Eyes the Best 9th, and XRL Killers improving his lap time in the end to round out the top 10. And then outside that we've got Crazy Runner, Delta, XRT Hunt in P13, and Draco down in P14. Now, I'm going to get this out quickly, and so I can steal it from Chris, but my prediction on the win is Miss Brilliant, unless you've changed your mind. Oh, yours is 10, so you've changed your mind. Well, that's alright then, because Chris and I having our mini little battle as to who we think is going to win the races. And currently 3-0 if we take both F5 and GP2 into account. But I think we should do separate ones, Chris, just so that it makes it better. Yes. Yes,
okay, so
exactly. You're not going to complain, but at least I said that. At least I got the prediction correct last night. Exactly, that's all I need.
But that was when I was racing. So whenever Speed does it with you, he's going to allow you to win.
No.
So that I can win in everything else. However, I did say that I would win something this season, and it will be the points on who wins.
Miss Brilliant has actually sent me a message after that qualifying result, and she's saying the driver's just sitting on the racing line. It's either that or it's at the end on her last run, and drivers have automatically been retired and they ghost, and then obviously they can't do anything about it. So if that's the case, then there's nothing we can do, unfortunately, Miss Brilliant. But you know, front row start for her is not bad for her first race, because she wasn't unfortunately able to join us for last week. But looking at that grid, it's a little bit more of a mix-up compared to last week. I mean, Temper's finally showing his pace. He was a little disappointed in Melbourne, but he's definitely shown it here in Malaysia. But only just, well, he's out-qualified his teammate, which is one thing. He's got the pole, which is a second thing. But he's got a good competition.
Indeed. But the interesting thing is, I've still out-qualified.
Chris, we didn't even say he was going to out-qualify and everything. That doesn't even count.
But the other thing is, we don't need to get out of the way, because amazingly, for the first time I think I've seen this year, nobody lagged out of qualifying. So tremendous to whoever was the host.
Give him a round of applause, Chris.
Good, well done to him. And hopefully we can have the same in the actual race.
Okay.
I did it in a round shape as well.
No comment on that one. Not like I'm going to have any comment to that at all. But, well, we're just waiting for the countdown, guys, because I was informed that somebody did need a 2-minute, that 2-minute split that we have between the qualifying and race, just so they could go and do their business. I'm not going to go any further on that one.
Whoa, we've already got somebody saying hello on the stream. So, Charlie Whiten, hello to you. I was disappointed about your race last night, so hopefully you can make it up for Bahrain. Obviously I'll beat you because I'm just pro. And yeah, Singapore is also going to be one where I'm going to be winning because I'm just pro. But yeah.
Yes, let's do a quick run now. So, someone's already started. Someone's jumped the gun, so we won't do the quick run. Actually, we will. So Draco 14th, XRT Hunt disappointing 13th, Delta 12th, Crazy Runner in 11th. So the Ferrari's at the back of the field once again. Killer's improving at the end to get 10th. Eyes 9th, behind his reserve teammate Alex Ham in P8. Then fouled Giles in the mid-pack of 7th. Mini Ninja, last week's race winner, only P6. Originals, who probably should have won that race, ends up 5th, Craig Senna 4th, Jolly Pop 3rd, then we find Miss Brilliant on the front row with Temper on pole position. But the other way we're going to find out who's going to cross the line first within the next 28 laps is getting onto the track. And, well, let's hope for a really good action-packed, clean race. I will stress that, clean race. Agreed, Chris?
In other words, we want a nice relaxing evening. We just want to sit here, we want to watch some nice F1, get ready for the weekend, where someone will clearly probably have something go wrong with his car.
Once again, you've actually out-qualified me, and I don't know how that's possible. No, because you went knob.
Well,
Oops, I said that on stream. Oh well, what a shame. Anyway, guys, we got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. And here we go for this round 2 of the F5000 division here at Malaysia. And has Temper kept his lead? No, he hasn't. Miss Brilliant already on the outside, and she's clearly going to get the lead before they get into turn 1. And she has, but Temper 3D has the inside line, but this, a little bit of a nudge there from the Red Bull. And that forced Miss Brilliant wide as Temper hit the back of her. Nothing he could do about that. That wasn't his fault. But Miss Brilliant still maintains the lead out of turn 2. And who's that in the Red Bull? I think that'll be Craig Senna. It is Craig Senna. So Craig Senna up into P3. And one of the Toro Rossos has had a fantastic... Alex Ham has gone from 8th to 4th. Oh, he needs to watch where he's braking there. He's nudged Craig Senna out wide. But Craig Senna should still be able to hang on to that position as the Mercedes. Oh, let's have a look who that was. It is Jollypop. Jollypop has actually lost 2 positions off the start. He's down into P5. And car's already starting to go a little wide there. But yeah, great start from Miss Brilliant. Temper's still up there. Chris is going to be happy with that one, I can assure you. Ha ha
ha! Robert, all I remind you is you said that Temper...
And he won't win again tonight.
Exactly. He will.
Don't you dare curse it. See you later, Chris.
5, 4, 3, 2,
oh, someone's already taken the ball out. But Jollypop had a sneaky look on the inside of Alex Ham there, going in towards the penultimate corner, but had to back out. And it did cost him a little bit of traction, but Miss Brilliant has already seemed to have pulled out a bit of an advantage already. And Temper seems to be struggling. Oh, Craig Senna gets a lot of wheel spin. But nope, that's lag. And that kind of cost Alex Ham there as he came towards across the start-finish line. But Jollypop staying on the back of this, just going to roll back slightly, see where everybody else is. XRT Hunt has gained 7 positions off the start. What?
Oh, Craig Senna.
Like a boss. That's all I'm going to say, like a boss. But yes, XRT Hunt from 13th to 6th on the first lap. That is fantastic. Originals has dropped 2 positions off the start. He's now down into P7. And a little bit of a, oh, it's Mini Ninja's in 8th place. So Mini Ninja's also lost 2 places off the start. So we've got some real mix-ups here of how good and bad a start people have had. But look at the lead that Miss Brilliant has, Chris. That is woof.
Oh, and there's an overtake. Whoever's just got 3rd place has just done an illegal overtake, and that is Alex Ham. He's going to have to give the place back. And he's slowing down. He's just let 1 place go, but it's not to the right driver. And that is an illegal overtake. And he's just also forced another car off track.
No, the 2 Ferraris have actually lost places. Are they both on the prime tyres?
Oh, and he's actually just lost 4 places, Alex.
Discount every other illegal overtake that he potentially did. He's lost all those places now, so that's absolutely fine. But the Ferrari boys, down in P12 and 13, as they've both actually gone off the track at the penultimate corner and rejoined back on. And Draco, unfortunately, still lacking a little bit at the back, but I hope he can have a better, well, I hope his race just gets better, but out in front, Miss Brilliant setting, well, a 1:39.2 on that last lap, whereas you compare it to Temper, who's done a 41.7, she's 2.5 seconds quick on that lap. But here comes the Temper's under pressure for that P2, and Craig Senna's going down the inside to have a look, and we just about takes that. Does he hold it? Can he hold it round turn 2? Temper's having a look on the inside. Still side by side, Craig Senna and Temper 3Ds to come down towards through round turn 3 and into towards turn 4. Craig Senna in the Red Bull does have the inside line, the more traditional line, but you have better traction on the outside line. And can Temper hold it on the outside? No, he just quite can't. Craig Senna takes that 2nd place. Yes! Yes! We've done it! We have done it! The dogs are just starting their fighting mode,
along with his dog,
which is exactly what I wanted. But thank you, Charlie White, and you have made me a happy man, if that is right. If that has sorted itself out, I am happy. And clearly the dogs are as well.
Oh no, he
yeah,
no,
no,
put
bollocks.
Message saying, oh, Terminator's back again. fact that you believed it.
Why did I even start celebrating? Why?
I'm joking, he hasn't really said that. But Alex has...
So Temper 3D, good to lose position to the Williams on the inside. He has had to force out of it. And it is Originals up into P3, so Originals has had a really good second lap. And he's actually gained about 4 places on that lap as Originals. So he's up into P3, trying to close down. He still has the DRS, trying to close down on Craig's Air. No,
yeah,
no backup winners, Chris.
Can I have Originals as a backup?
Because you're going to lose!
I want Originals.
No, Chris, because as soon as you're beating me, you should have the 1 pick and I have the 2. But I don't need that. I don't need that because my pick is so far out in front, it is unreal.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I thought, no, that wasn't a fantastic move, but it was around the outside of turn 6, but no, it's Craig Senna lagging, and my dog has now started barking. Fantastic.
Well,
what do you mean you don't blame me?
I don't blame you. Bad job.
Indeed it was. Oh, Gravedigger has actually sent me a message. What does Gravedigger tell us? Okay, I'm going to read that at the end because that's in relation to something else. So, hopefully nobody quite caught that. As F1 Originals has the DRS on the back of Craig Senna in P2. So a little bit of lag here between these two drivers, but hopefully that can be sorted out as the race goes on. Come through the final cut. It's really difficult to see where these, well, in particular where F1 Originals is, but he's got the DRS on the back of Craig Senna. He's done a 39.6 in his last lap, so Originals has got the pace. Craig Senna is defending down towards the inside. Can Originals... Has Craig Senna actually just gone off track there? Nope, he hasn't. He just lagged back onto the racing line. So we got, as I said, there is a bit more lag going on here. I hope he gets... Oh, Mini Ninja's retired. Would you like to get him in, Chris, so we can get his opinion on that? But yeah, that's a strange one. Last week's winner, Mini Ninja, retiring after only 4 completed laps. So bit of a disappointment, really, if anything. But I'll tell you one thing: the gaps are ever more starting to build up. P2 and 3 are building a gap over the rest of the field. That is XRT Hunt is now up into 4th place. And he's gained 9 positions, Chris. That is absolutely fantastic. Oh, is that Craig Senna? That's actually gone off. I bet he actually hasn't. I bet you he will lag back ahead. But if Craig Senna is ghosting and lag... Yep, he's lagged back into 2nd place. I thought he would have done. Look at this, Chris.
Alex Ham's going to be under some serious pressure in 9th place in a minute, and could just...
Well, Temper, who was the pole setter, he's now down into P5. He clearly doesn't quite have the race.
Yeah,
whatever.
You know I said,
no.
You know I said a region.
Mini Ninja, what caused the retirement, mate?
I got smashed into. The connections are awful. It needs to be restarted. Everyone's lagging all over the place.
Right, well...
So I'm not happy.
See, I'm not really getting this on the stream. I have seen a little bit of lag from Craig Senna Originals, but everybody else seems to be absolutely fine.
No, everyone's just juddering all over the place. And
well, I've just seen Killer's actually making a clean overtake on your teammate, actually, so... that's a strange one. I'm not quite sure then as to what's happening, but from where I'm looking, as I said, apart from P2 and P3, everything seems to be absolutely fine. Right. Well, there's nothing. Right. Well, as I said, there's nothing really I can do at this point because the race has already been started and we can't restart it because of the tannings and everything. So what we'll do is who's the host for tonight? Is it Crazy Runner? Right, well, we'll get a different horse then for next week is what we'll do. Just, you know, like I said, it is...
Well, we need to do an actual test session instead of...
Right, okay, well, here's
sorry
about that, my dogs are trying to fight over a toy. But, yeah, what I want people to do then is to get up, if you haven't got this on your phone or anything, get something called Ookla, which is a speed test thing, and obviously it'll get you your ping, your download and upload speeds, and I want people to post it on the forum, you know, in an F5 section. Just get Eyes the Best to create a section for F5 test connection, and just get people to put their results on there, and obviously the person with the best, well, the highest download and upload and the lowest ping will become the horse. That's what we'll do. Okay, that's the best way to sort it out. And like I said, it's the only thing we can really do. So, just apologies for that, Ninja. Hopefully you can have a better race next week. Alright, cheers. Alright. Yeah, it does seem to start to look like there is a bit more lag on it because Temper's just dropping more and more positions. Actually, he did just fly over turn 7, so I think actually he's not... Yeah, I think that's actually him racing, because he has just lost another position. Tempe is now down to P7 after starting on pole position. And my dogs are really starting to annoy me now because of their bloody toys! Sorry. Eyes the Best, isn't it? Well, I can always give him a toy that doesn't squeak.
You can always give him a new toy.
I think that's one thing. Like, there you go. Please, my lord, take. Right. I'm going to take that squeaky toy away. That's going to stay in my hands. Oh, it's actually, we got a three-way battle going down towards the final corner. Ham has just made a move on Temper. Eyes the Best backs out. Oh, I think Temper actually went into the back of Alex Ham there. But coming through Temper's actually pitted, and what's happened to Eyes? Eyes had literally no response from his count. He's just lost the position as a result of it to Giles. Potentially, I think he might have gone into neutral without realising because he's back up to speed. But he's lost the position to the Mercedes of Giles 95. But a lot of people are on the prime tyres, which is quite interesting. It is, yeah, but
it is something that Miss Brilliant has to run on.
No, your winner is down at the back. You are not counting. No, we all know you. It's caught on stream, Chris. Everybody knows you said Temper. I am not having any of that.
No. We all know that bit.
No, I didn't, Chris. That's the thing. So, Femi la bouche. Femi la bouche, Chris, which if you don't know what that is in French, it means shut your mouth.
Clearly did.
You learn something new every day.
Distropism.
Anyways, continuing on. XRL Killers has actually had a qualified P10. He's looking to P5 actually, and the Williams boys are doing really good at the moment for the constructors. And he's starting to close in on the back of the Red Bull, and I believe that will be XRT Hunt. Let me just have a quick check, and it is XRT Hunt. So two people who've actually started nearer towards the back have had fantastic starts in their race as we enter the end of lap 8, and the leader Miss Brilliant pits, as does second place Originals, because Craig Senna's now third, and oh no, the Williams boys have pitted on the same lap. This could be a disaster. It could be. Well, his killer's going to be held up here. I'm going to stay on board with him just to see where he's going to end up. I mean, there was a bit of a gap between them, so he may not lose too much. But no, there we go. And well, Mini Ninja's now left, and yes, he has been held up, but only by about two or 3 seconds maybe. So he didn't lose as much time as I thought, but he's probably lost maybe a position or two. As Craig Senna has come out in 8th place, just behind. What?
And your mic.
Okay then, probably just the dog, but Originals is trying to make a move on the inside into turn 4 on the Ferrari of, was that a Delta or a Crazy Runner, and he makes that stick, so Originals needed to make that move, and he's now got clean air ahead of him. That lag is It is just...
And that lag.
Mwah. Beautiful. No, Chris, not bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Well, Miss Brilliant's currently out, come out in P5. She's come out in quite a lot of traffic, actually. She's behind the second Ferrari that originally was just overtaken. It's Delta that's P4. So, Miss Brilliant come out in P5, and as I said, in quite a bit of traffic. Oh, and Delta parking the bus like a boss there. But Miss Brilliant does have the DRS as they come into the final corner. These guys on the prime tyres will be pitting probably for another lap, well, probably another 2 or 3 laps, I would say.
This is why we need to have the salvers, is because
but nobody likes Chelsea, Chris.
And Chelsea part of the bus.
That's the problem. Yeah, exactly. Miss Brilliant has a DRS Delta. Trent's got defensive. He goes back to the racing line. But Miss Brilliant makes the move in towards turn 1, and that's job done and dusted. And now she only needs to overtake the Toro. So I think of eyes the best, and it is.
Charlie White saying he thinks he's just...
Yeah, like I said, I'm not really seeing too much else from other people. I mean, I'm on board with Miss Brilliant, and her connection seems to be absolutely fine. Delta, doesn't seem to have any problems, but there's a big cluster of cars right in the back, and well, actually, it looked like a big cluster. It's a 2x2 formation, so damn it. Thanks, Chris. Thank you. I saw that mini clap as originally actually track extends really badly at turn 6, and as a result ended up into the gravel. But as I said, he does have that clean air, and he's got a bit of a gap to Craig Senna, who these guys will be net P2 and 3 behind Miss Brilliant, who should retake the lead. But that gap seems to like it's close a little bit, Chris.
It does, and I think that's helped.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, she is in P2 and she is still behind. It's genius. I'm just getting a lot of messages through at the moment. This is quite interesting. No! All the messages are sending the resending again. No! I've got this issue. Damn it!
Yes. Yes. And
you're gonna see a lot of one person here.
Jamie sent another message.
Yes, he did.
Am I commentating tonight? Brutal Reapers has sent you a message.
Crazy Runner Dives. Can you shut up?
And Miss Brilliant sent you a message. And the next one's going to be Miss Brilliant has sent you a message. So we all know who Bobbers has been helping today, and
that was a random message, I must say, from Numberword.
This is more entertaining. And then Miss Brilliant has sent you another message, and the next one's going to be, we're waiting for it. Is it going to be tonight's race winner from Bobbers? Yeah, and it's Miss Brilliant again. As the
Williams of XRL Killers, they're making a good move on the inside of turn 4, and Alex Ham. So, actually saying that, the side by side through turn 5, is this going to be an immense overtake, or is Killer's going to hold on? Slides it through, and he hangs on to that P8. Great defensive and an attacking move there from XRL Killers, and he moves into P8. But he's gone really wide at turn 8, and Alex Ham is going towards the inside line to have a look in towards turn 9. Can he get later onto the brakes? He does. And does Alex Ham retake that position? They're still side by side. This is just mental. Killers has the inside line into what is now turn 11. Parks the bus like a boss. Oh, it gets a little bit of oversteer actually, and Alex Ham is still side by side as he comes towards, into turn 12. Up the hill now, into the penultimate corner.
Well, Miss Brilliant's just taken the lead, but it is good to see this person back on the stream.
Swish, please tell me. Yes, does my voice sound better? Does the game sound better? Please let me know, because apparently according to Charlie Whiting, everything sounded perfecto. Chris, don't make me come down there, as Alex Ham has actually just lost 2 places by running really wide, and it's Giles and XRL Killers who've got ahead of him. So, Giles is actually on the option tyres.
Robert, all I'll say is thank God I didn't hear what you said, because you were lagging.
Is there such a thing as 5-second party lag?
You got like 5-second party lag.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just taking
the... Get 8-second lag in races.
Yes!
Wait, is all your messages just coming up again?
No, what this is annoying.
This is too funny. Swish says...
Work on my delivery? What do you mean by that?
Work on your delivery, bullets. Well, when you go to the front door...
Ha 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 ha.
Be better.
Chris, that's disgusting.
Well, you know, it was coming. Bullets, mate. This is an F1 race. Stop bringing up such disrespectful things. We've got children on the stream. And F1 Originals, he was just on the grass a minute ago, down the straight. I think he was either on his mobile phone.
Does he need help from you with that?
Well, if he was found out that he was on his mobile phone, I'll give him 3 points and
well, I do apologize.
But... and your dog
well, Giles,
enjoying this.
There's like, there we go. Giles in P8 on the back of XRL Killers, who's on the prime time. Giles, this should be an easy move on. Well, actually, this is not a P6 because of a car making a pit stop, and Giles indeed takes that P6 position away. Good move there, simple move. DRS into turn 1, fantastic. My dog clearly doesn't think so.
And that is one of the worst corner cuts I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, Chris's very short-lived life will be coming to an end. I don't know.
What are you on about?
I don't know, I just thought I'd felt like saying that. As I'm still getting messages coming through. It's not the messages resending again, it's just the same ones, it's because I've got a lot of them. No.
Have you got any more Vice Blanca ones coming through? Obviously Vice Blanca, one of the heroes of
any F1 game that's ever been made, and if you've ever had the privilege of racing with him, I feel sorry for you. No. I did not.
Or maybe you deserved it.
Oh, shut up. Alex Ham, P8 in the Toro Rosso, catching up to the back of XRL Killers. Killer's struggling on these prime. I was going to say Toro Rosso tyres there, but he's in the Williams and it's prime tyres, so I need to get my. I need to wake up. he's got the.
Swishbone says, I'm the only child on the stream. Well, that is true because I'm not 18 yet. And Vice Blanca, aka Formula G20, aka
and Squeaky Toy. Squeaky Toy Head, how does that sound?
And Squeaky Toy.
As Alex Ham didn't manage to make the move there, as we lost connection to Temper! Chris!
No!
No.
No. Now I'm having.
That means no matter what, Chris, my prediction has done better.
Yes.
But what you can do for me, if you wouldn't be mind doing, is getting Temper into the party. Oh, that is a really disgusting corner cut there from Alex Ham. Oh. It doesn't do so bad for the construction. The best is only P9, and he's under pressure from the Ferrari of Delta. So this is for the back end of the point. So there's two cars really lagging behind. Well, yeah, they're lagging behind in P11 and 12. I'm not too sure. There's probably Draco and Crazy Runner. My dog is really going for it with his toy.
Well, guys, on the stream, if you weren't here at the start of tonight's race, we did bring some good news in the world of Formula 1, and that Jules Bianchi is now out of a coma and crucially is breathing unaided. So obviously there's some good news. If you want to say anything that you want to be heard on the stream, please put it down in the chat box or message me or XRL Bobbits, and we'll make sure that your comments get heard. So obviously, yeah, really good news, and hopefully,
indeed, yes. So as the best, he's trying to make a move on his teammate actually in towards turn 1, and Killers in the front of this. We've actually got a three-way battle here for P7 8 and 9, and actually the Ferrari of Delta is on the back of it, so we've actually got a 4-way scrap here at the back end of the points, as Swish would say. Yes, I did steal that from you.
Well, Swish has just made the comment of the night.
Yay! If he was going to say me, then I would have killed him. But the two Toro Rossos are side by side through turn 5 and 6, and I's the Best has taken that place away from his teammate. I don't know if there was contact involved there. I just skipped at the wrong moment, but Alex Hammer's lost 2 places. I don't know if he was understeer or if he just ran wide, but I'm not quite sure. I'll have to get their comments on that at the end of the race. But I's the Best is now up to 8th, Delta is 9th, and Alex Hammer unfortunately is now down to P10. That's it. I've taken the toy from him. It's staying right next to me now. He's not having that back. Because that is slightly frustrating and annoying.
Leroy
yes, I need to you because I've got loads of messages I need to sort out.
And Swishbone says... And Swishbone says, while it's been good news about Jules Bianchi and that he was safe enough to travel back to France, he is still...
Yeah, very true indeed. This is actually a good battle. There's a good battle going for P5 and 6. I'm going to stick on board with I's the Best just for the time being. He's got the option tyres, DRS. He's gone into the outside of XRL Killers. Oh, Killers very late on the brakes there. And I's the Best has actually outbroke himself somehow. And can Killers hold it on to turn 2? I's the Best does have the inside line. He will have the better traction on those option tyres, but Killers gets really good traction, and he's still managing to be side by side and just about half a car length ahead as they come in towards turn 4. Can I's the Best slide it around the outside? He's trying his utmost best, and he does. Great move from I's the Best there, and he takes that P7 spot, and now and Delta is now all over the back of the Williams of XRL Killers. As I'm actually...
The nameless cycle team, it's a shame that Bianchi's going to wake up to the news that his team has folded. And Swishbone goes, not good about Marussia, the whole thing is a joke. Yeah, couldn't agree more to your guys' comments, keep them in. And Swish also says he predicts that F1 will fail or fall.
Indeed it will, as we actually have an inter-team battle here for the final podium paying position, which is between XRT Hunt in P4 and Craig Senna P3. XRT Hunt, excuse me, has the DRS on the back of his teammate as Originals has pulled a little bit of a gap over these two, and well, let's see how this goes. XRT Hunt, sorry, deploys his no, he doesn't deploy his curse. There's no curse. I'm losing it. He deploys his DRS, and ooh, hello. He took his DRS off coming towards the end of there. Was that a little bit of inter-team tactics going on here, Chris? Well, there is that as well, but he actually turned it off before going to turn 1. As I said, I wonder if there is a bit of team play going on here between these two guys.
It's going to be interesting to see who pits first. They're both on prime tyres. These tyres probably go for another 3 laps until they're desperately screaming for a pit stop. As Craig
indeed, but all this is doing, it's allowing Originals to pull a little bit of a gap, but there's a big cluster of cars quite close together further behind again. I'm going to stick on board and see... Oh, Exeter actually makes a bit of a mistake there, so I'll go back for the time being. We've got Giles is now up into P5, so Giles on the option tyre is doing really well. He's got his teammate Jolly Pop actually in 6th, and we've got a Mercedes inter-team battle going on here as well. Action all over the spot, and then we got that 3-car scrap still going on between P7, 8 and 9, and Delta has actually got ahead of XRL Killers for P8, so there is that 3-way scrap going on. Jolly Pop a little bit far behind his teammate at the time, for the time being, so I'm going to get back on board with this scrap for P7 and P8. Delta, who is on option tyres, as always, one of the Mercedes has gone off at the penultimate corner. No, it's lag. Oh, and that's cost I's the Best, because he thought that car was there. He's moved to the inside, but Delta has taken that place away from him. But what it does mean is that I's the Best will have the DRS down in towards turn 1, and he could take that position straight back, as one of the Mercedes actually dives into the pits. Oh my god, I can't get my words out. But I's the Best, DRS flat wide open. It's come down towards turn 1. He's got out the slipstream of Delta. Can he make a late braking move into turn 1? Delta just covers the line and holds that position well, so Delta remains there. So Chris, how's the corner cutting going?
I've done so far 5 drivers.
So what, they're looking like salmon?
4 of them are not looking particularly hot. They're looking like
cool.
WR.
Yes, I did.
If you get,
that's the best. A little bit of a corner cut there coming through turn 7 through turn 8. He doesn't seem to have the traction and the grip compared to Delta. So Delta, even though he had a poor start on the prime tyres, he's actually having a really good middle stint of this race. So Delta could be one to watch out for later on. As I'm just going to have a quick rundown of the best lap times, and actually, even though Miss Brilliant is leading, she hasn't got the fastest lap, and that comes actually from Giles in the Mercedes in P5, who's done a 39.1, so he's clearly got the pace to run up there. Excuse me, as Miss Brilliant is actually coming down towards turn 1. She's actually on the prime tyres, and yeah, Originals, well, it's a good, what, about 10, 12 seconds behind? Let's have a look, he's at 89 seconds in. It's about 10 seconds, I'd say, the gap between the top 2. So it's not a huge lead, but it's one that can be held on to. As XRT Hunt seems to have fallen a little bit off the back of his teammate Craig Senna here. As I said, there may have been a bit of words mentioned between the 2 drivers, in particular from Craig Senna to say, this is my position, you are not coming through, this is, team orders are taking place here. Multi-21, Chris. As we've actually got cars making their final pit stops already. It seems quite early, unless they're going for the prime tyres, but a little bit early for the options. You've got to go to at least probably about lap 20, and pit at the end of lap 20, so you can have a good 8-lap stint on them at the end. And so they don't go off too much. Further back into P5 of Giles is actually being closed down quite quickly of Delta. So Delta closing in on the back of that Mercedes. So this is for P5 here, guys. 10 World Championship points, which these two would probably be more than happy to take. And as they come through into the last sector now, and you can just clearly see Delta's just got more grip in his car compared to Giles at this moment in time.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Oh yeah, I know she will.
Lap, which is lap 20.
Because I told her to. Oh no, that was lag. But P2 of Originals and P3 of Craig Senna box in a lap earlier, trying to go for the undercut. So that means XRT Hunt has to stay out another lap. Giles pits as well, and Delta. So that means Delta will take that 3rd position for the time being, whilst other people are pitting. Interesting, different strategies going on here. Yes, so Delta does take P3 for the time being. And Killer stays out again for another lap, and he's still on the prime tyre, so he's got to be on the options at the end stint. But I just think that this stint has cost him. He's probably been a little bit inconsistent, and he's dropped a couple of places, unfortunately, as Killers, because he was looking really good.
The Killers was, but I don't think that first pit stop helped him when the Williams team again.
No, they do need to have some more communication.
It's not looking good for them. Their team coordination.
As Craig said, it seems to have caught up a little bit to Originals on the end of that back stint, and the gap seems to be around about 1.5 seconds, so I'll keep an eye on that later on. But the action does seem to have died down slightly for the time. There is they're not really close-ish to each other for P7 and 8 at the moment, as Craig Senna has a little bit of a lag spike there, but nothing too major. What are my predictions? Chris, you only know this because I told her when to pit. What, exactly the same pit strategy?
I did the same yesterday. Well, it wasn't.
Did you watch a little bit of TRL Limitless's video? Oh, thought you did, just so you know when to pit.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's really strange because when you're on board with if you're in the Williams like I am, it actually tells you to do a 3-stop.
Well, XRT Hunt is out of
XRT Hunt has lost a fair bit of time by staying out the XRL. He will have the grippier tyres, but he's going to lose out, so he's going to have to pump in the lap times. But yeah, out in front, Miss Brilliant still has her lead. She's probably lost a couple of seconds for staying out an extra lap, but nothing. It's not going to. She hasn't lost too much. She's still in the lead, comfortable lead, and she can relax. As I like to say, chillax. Chillaxing. No? Could be worse, Chris. I could be singing.
Please don't ever do this again.
You love it when I sing, Chris. You love it when I do that. It soothes people, my voice. Or does it want to make you vomit? Okay. Oh well. Never mind.
Yeah, that one. Swishbone, another comment. He says it's nice to see that co-masters have.
Yeah, that's called. It was sarcasm from Swish's behalf, there, Chris. If you didn't notice.
Yeah, I just put that in the really
whatever
term as possible.
Chris, I think you're gonna find it's gonna be 3-1.
My winner's gonna win tonight, so it's gonna be 4-0.
England. Okay. Right. Craig Senna just did a 1:38.2. Craig Senna's gone 0.6 quicker compared to Reynolds on that last lap, so I'm going to stay on board with this. Craig Senna wasn't quite within the DRS zone, but he will be soon at that sort of rate. Actually, saying that, there's a good battle going on for P5 and P6. And it's Giles in P5 defending from his teammates, so there's a Mercedes inter-team battle going on here. And actually saying that, Jolly Pop's actually on the prime tyres and he's sticking with his teammates, so he's managed to stay within the DRS zone. Well, it was. That could have been a reason why then. Well spotted there, Chris. Actually, point for you there. Oh wait, you got that last night. No, Chris, it's not 4-1.
Thank you.
It is not in relation to it.
Yeah.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Oh, and Milo started again. There we go. Yep, Milo confirmed that Rooney should have had a hat-trick last night. Thank you, Milo, for that. As Delta in P7 is now... Oh, Jolly Pop goes wide at turn 8, and Delta is starting to close in the back of them. He's also on brand new option tyres, so Delta looking good here. Indeed it is, and Eyes the Best has actually come under some considerable pressure from XRL Killers. Oh, the Killers just knock him off. Or was that lag? I caught that on stream. I will ask that after the race, but that looked like a little naughty there from Killers. Getting a bit too boisterous. Yes, that is a word. Indeed, well, Delta's got the DRS and he's got the outside line of the final corner, and he's taken that place away from Jolly Pop. But the problem now is Jolly Pop's going to have the DRS down towards turn 1, but is he close enough? That's the problem, because he will not have the traction. And in towards turn 1, no, easy for Delta to hang on to, so Delta takes 6th place and what has been a decent second half of the race for him. As the gap between Craig Senna and Originals has opened out quite substantially. Craig Senna's either made a substantial error or Originals has just got on the pace all of a sudden. So guys, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a promotional here thing for Sky Sports, but as we all know, the final round of the F1 2014 season will take place at Abu Dhabi this weekend. What's people's predictions? Who's going to win the championship? Who's going to win the race? And will Sauber score points? 3 questions there for you guys. Get your answers in on the chat box. I'll send them to myself, XRL Roberts, to Hull Bark. There you go, I've just said Bark and Milo barks. No, not a good dog because he needs to keep his mouth shut. Just saying. Well, the action seems to have died down a little bit now. Jolly Pop is falling off the back of Delta. Even though he has got the DRS, he's not going to be anywhere near him, and yeah, Delta's just going to streak away on his option tyres. Let's see what lap time he does. He's done a 38.7 as his best lap, so good pace from Delta. Just wonder if he's going to catch up to Giles. I mean, there's not a PB on him this lap. He's going to... What's Giles' best lap? Giles has done pretty much the same lap time, so very evenly paced compared to the front runners. Let's have a look. XRT Hunt, again, 38.7 on his stint. Where's Craig's?
Well, Robert, I'm going to do a similar thing to you now. I'm going to also do a promotional thing. Guys, if you want to watch the F1 race, which will be decided this weekend, you can also watch it free of charge on the BBC at 12 o'clock.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be working.
And yeah.
No, I've got to work. I work every Sunday. Hooray!
Well, unfortunately, I've got a driving lesson when the race starts.
Indeed, yes, Radar's got it this time now.
There goes the squeaky toy. To be fair, the squeaky toy's been more action than...
Well, Miss Brilliant is actually the only person to have set a lap time in the 37s. She's got 4/10 of a quicker lap compared to the next best, which is Craig Senna. We still have 4 more laps to go here, guys. Unfortunately, the action, as I said, has died down a little bit at the moment. Hopefully, we can pick up and we can see some overtaking, but just nothing really happening at the moment.
So, Bobbert, as we are now approaching the final race...
What, you mean for F1 2014 this season? Real life, yeah. I think it's been really good. Well, obviously the Mercedes have completely dominated the season. Ricciardo has shown that he is a force to be reckoned with, and picking up 3 victories this season, which he has more than well deserved. And it also shows that he's actually quicker than a 4-time F1 champion. Thank God. In the same car as well. And what's Vettel's best position been all year?
In the same car.
I think you'll find he'll be 3rd.
Everyone would be quick.
Really? When was he 2nd? I forgot now.
2nd.
Vettel wasn't... No, because that was Rosberg. Yep, 2. It is 3rd, and I know I'm right.
That was Rosberg.
No, I'm diagonal. Or upside down.
Oh, right, you're left.
Alright, let's stop that. As Craig Senna, well, it looked like he's gone off track, but nope, there's the leg. Fantastic. Things fair say some people do need to sort their connections out, and obviously a new host may be required. Chris, that was just me because I wanted to leave.
Because it's you. No, you wouldn't want to leave. Why would you ever want to leave when Miss Brilliant's in the party and LGS is in the party?
I don't know.
Is in the party. And when you get
again, Chris, all I'm going to say is Femi la bouche.
And all I'm going to say is this for pissing.
Indeed we are. I'm talking French just because
the F5000 league.
I can. I'm not going to teach anybody swear words because I know those, as well as offensive words in German as well. If you would like to know that, send me a private message and I will tell you what they mean. Well, yes, I know. I can say quite a few more to you if I really wanted. Tussie. Oh no, I said one. Oh no. No, I've said this to you. No, choose is goodbye. Tussie, which is spelled T-U-S-S-I, is completely different. Chris, I'm not going to say what it means because it can be seen as offensive to some people. No.
Oh, that's why you said it. So, Miss Brilliant is now starting her penultimate lap of her first race this season. 25 points. It looks like it's going to be on the board until she lags out because I said so. And Question is, Bobbers, if she does lag out, then I think it's fair to say that we have to keep it at 1-0.
Well, yes, that will be the case. Chris, you are so harsh, it is unreal.
Please, I just need to beat Bobbers.
See, and Milo agrees with me. Now, maybe I'll have Milo as my co-commentator for next week.
No, he's saying lag out.
Go on, Radar. Get him.
Yeah, get
Well, we're going to have 4 commentators next week, me, you, and the 2 dogs. No, Radar hasn't been back, and it's just been Milo. We've only had 3 tonight.
Already. Well, last week we did have Radar. See now. Here we go.
No.
Bobbers, another question. If you do get another dog, would you call him Sonar?
Why the hell would I do that?
The whole point is just that you're supposed to say yes. Because when you put him in
At
the
this
bark,
rate, Chris, I'm going to kill you. Yeah, Milo agrees. Milo agrees. Milo agrees again.
Quite good fun for us.
It just seems to say at the exact right time.
Milo agrees.
Oh.
And Miss Brilliant is clearly going to lag out.
Oh no! Just no.
On the final lap as well. Oh, I can't. Yeah. See, Milo knows where it's at.
Milo, I'm gonna put a muzzle on you in a minute.
He wants it. Oh, this race has just gone into anarchy for laughter. As Miss Brilliant is about to come and lap Crazy Runner for the first time in this race. She's on the final lap. Now, yes, on the final lap, Milo. And she's now coming around turn 11 before we come around turns 13 and 12, obviously. Because
Crazy Runner lets her through. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do another lap.
And Crazy Runner gets
quickly, but let's have a victory. Last 2 straights for Miss Brilliant here. It has been a dominant performance. Qualified on the second position on the front row. Got past Temper on the first corner, and it's been plain sailing from there. And Miss Brilliant she's actually taken her first XRL win tonight. Great result for her. F1 Originals is actually pulled away quite substantially from Craig Senna on this last stint, and he will take a well-deserved second place after last week's shenanigans. So great result for her there. And Craig Senna will come on eventually once the game decides, and Milo shuts up, to take P3. Yes, it was.
Bobbers, was that another message from Rocky also?
Yeah, of course, Milo disagree. Well, I'm just going to wait for the final people to cross the line. I know Miss Brilliant doesn't have a mic, Chris, so we will not get her in. Could you get Originals and Craig in for me? We will speak to them, get their opinions on the race. Yes, Milo, we're getting their opinions, but we don't need yours. Not now, we don't, anyway.
Milo agrees, he wants to hear them. We've already had yours throughout the entire race, Milo.
This is not helping my head.
See, and he's agreeing to that again.
Now we should just wait for Craig Senna to join us now, and for Draco to complete the final lap of the race. There is Craig, and yep, Draco has now completed. So we've got our second and third place drivers in with us. Miss Brilliant unfortunately doesn't have a mic, so we were unable to talk to her, but obviously she will be pleased with that result. So Originals, we shall go over to you, ending up P2 after a qualifying P5. You had a good start and it got you up into the podium paying positions, and then you had a good battle with Craig, but it just seemed like you had the legs on to beat him today.
Yeah, because I noticed he kept on dropping back and I just assumed he was in lean. So when I noticed he was dropping back, I put myself in lean.
Well,
and then
fantastic result for you, obviously, after the issues that you had last week. Actually, this week you helped your own teammates. Excuse me, and you both pitted on the same lap again, but this time it didn't cost. I think he only lost a couple of seconds, whereas obviously it cost you even more last week. But still, the communication is needed between yourself and Killers because it is lacking a little bit. Well, nonetheless, great result for you. P2, 18 well-deserved points after your disconnection last week. That's really good for you. Craig, we shall move over to you. Pete, finishing third place. Literally at one point, your teammate XRT Hunt could have caught up to you, and I wonder if there was a little bit of team play going on there. Would you like to confirm that?
Yeah, we were talking in the party, and he wasn't expecting much of the race, and he saw my car lagging a bit on my screen, and I saw Original's lagging a bit on my screen, and he just wanted to make sure he kept enough space. It was a good thing really, because he was really struggling on the options on the last stint, so we were just mainly focusing.
See, Chris, I was right. There was some going on. But yeah, nonetheless, as you said, 15 well-deserved points for you, and obviously with XRT Hunt finishing fourth, that's, as you said, really good constructor points for the Red Bull team this week. Going into Bahrain next week, do you set your sights on getting another podium or perhaps potentially winning the race?
Bahrain's a better track for me. I'm going to be aiming for a win. I'm really not really pleased, to be honest. Both Force Indians didn't finish, and I was the best finish. So.
Well, yeah, obviously we will have our post-race analysis afterwards. But once again, thank you for all of your comments. As I said, it's unfortunate we can't get Miss Brilliant in because she doesn't have a mic. But nonetheless, it's a well-deserved 25 points for her. Original's getting a really well-deserved second, and Craig Senna finishing third. That has been the F5000 division, guys. Don't know how the T6 division went. There wasn't any update from them, or Chris didn't send them one. I don't know. But yeah, nonetheless, join us again for this weekend, where the F1 division will return on the circuit of Bahrain, as well as obviously Monday night will be GP2 and GP3. Tuesday night will be F4, and then the F5 guys and T6 will return once again on the Wednesday night. But from myself